What is up, guys? It is Jay. I am sorry that all the videos haven't been coming to you. I have... She's gonna make me do this for now. I don't know. I can't do that while I do this.
Well, you need to be not hand talking, please.
Well, anyway, guys. So what we figured out about my hand is that I had to go and I had to get a CT scan. It turns out I have a torn ligament.
Tendon.
Sorry, I keep getting that wrong. I don't know. I have a torn tendon, and I might have a possible fracture in the bone right there that runs right there in your thumb. So basically, I just got to chill and figure out, because I may need an MRI just so it can see what's really going on underneath. But for now, I'm just trying to take a chill pill. But the whole point of this video, so I'm sorry the fishing videos haven't come. I do have a few that I'm editing. They're in the making. Just, you know, when you feel like crap, you don't really feel like doing anything. So that's just how it's been lately for me. And I apologize, guys. I haven't been feeling the best because of this wrist thing. But I do appreciate everybody who's sticking around, by the way. I appreciate everybody who's commenting and telling me they hope my wrist is feeling better and they're happy to see me out there fishing. I promise I'm trying. But I appreciate everybody who's sticking around. Just to bring you guys some sort of entertainment. It's going to be a short, fun video. You guys know how much I love my worms, right? So tonight, what we did, and see, so my theory was basically, what we're going to do is we're going to go act like we were going to buy, you know, worms for fishing. And instead of using them for fishing, we're just going to leave them alone for a little while. And we're going to probably double or triple those worms. So therefore, you don't got to spend all that money all the time. Guys, this is just the smartest thing for somebody who likes using live bait. I'm telling you guys, I'm starting in something small. Now, I know this is small and everybody's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. But don't worry, guys. I got this one over here and I forgot to bring it over here. This one right here. Now, I like this shallow bin because the shallow is going to work. And anybody who's using them mainly for bait fish, this is going to be a more ideal kind of bait case, tote. I don't know what you want to call it. But I'm going to put them in that one. I'm starting them out in this one little one just to make sure that they start out right. And then I will transfer them into the big totes. And depending, because the red wigglers, man, they produce, like, if they're happy, we'll probably get them into a big gray tote too. I'm going to really start trying to do this little, like, step method. One day I really want to start doing the cocoons, like just starting like things with cocoons in this or something like that. What's she looking at me crazy for? Oh, I'm using my hand. Sorry, she's giving me this look like, and you can speak because everybody knows who you are back there. Anyway, one day I do what I'm going to start trying to do is I'm going to start trying using this out as a cocoon starter. Whereas, you know, I'll just put a bunch of little cocoons in there and I'll start them out right, make sure they get their little wisps and start their life out the right way. But the whole point of today's video is we rescued Walmart worms.
I want to rescue all of them.
I did.
I wish they'd give you a discount and then we could just buy all of them and give them a happy home.
Yeah, that would have been a lot. So these guys are red wigglers. I've done the research. The difference between the red wigglers and the European night crawlers, what I have over there, guys. And I could probably walk you over there right now if I turned it on, and I bet you I'd have a couple of them walking to the top. And for some people, it'd be like, oh, that's not good. They're trying to escape. No, they're not. My guys are night crawlers. They crawl at night. Like, as soon as I took the top off, the guys were like, ah, there's light. And they crawled to the bottom. Like, they want to crawl at night. That's what they do. So people freak out and think they're going to escape. But my guys, I don't know. They like their environment. So they're not trying to run away. They're just trying to do their thing. That's what they do. These guys are red wigglers, okay? So these guys are not... Sorry, babe, I gotta use my hand here.
They're little rascals.
Yeah, they're called little rascals, dancing rascals. Everybody knows that. Come on, guys. What, a few bucks at Walmart. You're supposed to get 30. Now, I saw a lot of reviews of people not getting that many, and one guy even said he didn't get none. That poor dude. I bet you what happened is somebody went in there, grabbed another one, and like scooped out the worm and was just like, and left it. Why you check.
That's rude.
I'm sorry, but that's why you check, because there's so many people out there who do that. So I checked mine before I left. I got a good amount in both of these guys. But to show you the, oh, there's a little guy. To show you guys the difference, I would show you the difference, but to show you this one, these guys are not near as big as the European crawlers. They're cold guys. So So they're gonna not probably be as lively as they normally would be. But, so, I can tell you, and you can tell by looking at the European, you can tell by looking at the European one earlier. Remember how big he was?
Oh.
Now you see how small this one is compared to the European one?
Yeah.
Even the baby that I showed you earlier was got some length to him. So these guys are skinnier and they just don't have as much. But these guys are great composters. I don't know what that word. Composters. Sorry guys, I don't know.
He's a wiggly little
So.
Hey. Oh, by the way, I got to hold a baby worm tonight. I'm so excited.
Yeah, she
I don't like big ones.
She held one of the babies. We are definitely got happy worms in the European bin over there, guys. We're making babies already happen. I'm not finding the cocoons, but it's because they're hatching so fast, I guess. I don't know, but definitely finding baby worms in there. But these guys are just a little bit smaller. They're red wigglers. They're not gonna be as concerning as far as like crawling out. Like, people can get concerned about night crawlers and crawling out. As far as I know, red wigglers don't have that much of a problem. But honestly, guys, if you got your bin right, your worms are going to stay right where they are because they're happy.
Which side's his head?
So his head's going to be, you see the way moving? This is his head.
The one that moves.
Yes.
The one that
And then you
takes
see
him
the
forward.
collar. You see the red. He is not quite
bit,
mature.
yeah.
So when he gets more mature, it'll get fatter and thicker right there.
He's cool.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. I don't want to make this too long of a video, but we already know that, I say that and then 30 minutes later. Anyway.
30 minutes later.
All right. So what I'm doing, guys, is I'm just basically making a tiny little compost for now. These guys are going to be happy. I'm going to air them out. When I'm sitting here thinking about it, I'm probably going to end up needing to poke some holes in this top, but I'll save that some later. I don't got to do that on video. Y'all know how air holes. Always make your animals have air holes. Anyway, so we are going to start. Hey, stop that. You can't get out.
He said, yes, I can.
This is just some topsoil, guys. Most people will start with coconut husks. Most people will start with, hey, I said stop that. Sorry, and she's over here, but he's really determined. Anyway. Most people will start with coconut husks. Some people will start with peat moss. I see people start with peat moss, and then I watch them add like a gallon of water, and it's like dust city, and I don't know. And then I get told that the worms don't actually like the peat moss, and it's like not their best diet. So I'm like, why do people keep starting with it? Potting soil, guys, I feel like is one of those smart moves. Comes out pretty moist already, so you don't really got to be concerned about it. It comes out with little things like, imagine that, wood chips and things like that the worms love to eat. Things that they kind of thrive in. This little guy, I like him, He's just got a little attitude. He said, you pulled me out, so now you got to make me just a part of the show.
Give me attention.
He's got, like, an attitude.
I like him.
Yeah, he's cool.
Want to keep him?
Yeah, well, that's what we're doing. But anyway, so, and what's cool, guys, is when you're starting a worm bin, I kind of messed up on that one a little bit. I did and I didn't. I mean, it's not like they recover really well, so it's cool. Like, they're all good, nothing's wrong, but, like, do your research before you just dive in. Yeah, you can take some dirt and throw your worms in it, and they might do pretty well. Mine did. But you want your worms to be happy starting out. You don't have to start with a whole lot. You start with a few inches in something. Depends on how many worms you're getting. If you're getting like 2 pounds of worms like I did, you definitely want to start out with a bigger bin like that too. Just pay attention to like what you're starting with. Those are the biggest things. You want to make sure that they have things that they're able to digest, and you want to make sure you're feeding them on a normal basis. Pay attention to the worms that you get too, because these guys right here, they ain't gonna survive through the summertime in the garage. These guys will die because they only like to be in like 50 to 75 degrees weather. Those guys over there, those guys have a lot more tolerable to heat. They'll even be able, considering we're in Georgia, they'll even be able to probably withstand the winter time here too, as long as they're in the garage. So, just pay attention to the worms you're dealing with and what you're breeding, and just always be aware of their happiness. That's what you want. If you got happy worms, they will make babies, and that will double your numbers, and then you'll never have to buy bait worms again if that's your goal. My goal is that and the black gold that they make, which is the soil, guys. That stuff in gardens is just like, it's like cheating almost for good gardening. You don't need Miracle Grow, just use worm poop. I'm so serious. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna stop talking. We're gonna get around to it. I put some dirt in there. Just a little bit of topsoil, nothing crazy. I might put another handful. They got a good amount of peat moss in there. All right, and then put some grit in there, guys. Carbon. They love carbon. It's good for their gizzard. Worms are one of those animals that has a gizzard, so they need something to get in there to be able to process, so that therefore they don't end up rotten. If they eat just plain fruit and stuff all the time and they don't have anything that's like a grit source, they literally they'll die because it doesn't process properly in their body. So you want to always make sure that you give them something that has like grit. I also have worm chow, which is basically a protein source base that they eat. It has some crude protein, and I don't know, I'd have to look at it again. But you don't want to overfeed them either, because if you give them too much protein, then they get protein poisoning and they die. So I promise they're easy to take care of. It just doesn't sound that easy, but they are. You put the papers in there, and you can put literally all these. I'm about to put like 60 worms in here. So, and like I said, guys, I'm going to upgrade to that one probably rather soon. I just want to make sure these guys get a good start.
You should count and see how many you put in there.
I know, huh?
Like legit count them and just see how many
to start
with.
Because it says 30. I thought about that.
I'd
It
count
says 30. Okay? So let's see.
Somehow
and it
I
says
doubt
live.
that.
So let's count and see if we get 30 live. Alright, before I do that though, I got some cucumbers, guys. I'm just going to set them on in there. That's why I got a little water bottle. I might do a little bit of water on top just to kind of get them a little bit of moist in there. You don't want to overdo it. You don't want a wet environment, too wet. This is going to bring a lot of water in there to them already, so they don't need it. Literally just going to put like some slivers of the skin in there, a couple of the pieces. I think we'll be all right. And check it out. I might put another couple pieces in there, but I just want y'all to see that. All right, and that's just going to get buried up with the stuff that they have. One more piece just in the middle. And these guys, like I said, they're going to eat. They eat their body weight, like, easily. I forget what the math is on it, but I know these guys can eat they can eat like a pound or better a week. I'm not sure about how many that is. I think like a pound of worms has no problem destroying a pound of food a week. And then if they get bigger, they have no problem destroying like 2 pounds. Like, they can destroy some food. Alright, so we're going to try to count. And this guy's little, but I guess he counts. Is he alive? You alive, little guy? Hey.
Yep.
Yep, you're wiggling.
A little bit of movement.
Alright, we'll put you in
Makes
there.
me sad.
1. Hey, little attitude man, where'd you go? That's you.
I like
Come on
him.
out.
He's the little rascal.
He's the definite rascal. There he is. Come on out.
Like,
It's time to shine. That's the guy we like. He's funny. Number 2. Alright. This is gonna be like...
Use your right hand, or your left hand. Your right hand, just kidding.
I got it in here, because like that first one. Alright. You know, it'd be smart if I just made some room on my table here.
Want light, baby?
table.
Need some light?
I don't think so. Now, say sometimes I wonder like that. That's a worm. That is not alive.
Aww.
Sorry, babe. That's what happens. But we got 2 live.
I'm making a sad face for those of you who can't see my face right now.
Yeah, she doesn't like dead animals. Who likes dead animals?
It makes me sad. Damn! Excuse my mouth. I did
That's
not
all
realize you were
time.
gonna pull like a
Worm
handful of them
ball
out.
right there, man.
I
When
didn't
you
realize
see
those
this-
held 30 of them.
or better.
That is crazy.
But like, look, when you pull this out of like your compost bin, guys,
my
it's
God.
just like heaven. All right, these are definitely red wigglers now that I'm seeing them. So I put 2 live ones. There's 3. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He was jumping.
Mm.
9, 10, 11.
You're so cute because your accent comes out so much.
12, 13,
13.
14,
Cute stuff.
15, 16, excuse me, 17, 18. Alright, so that is 18.
Oh my god.
Alright, that was 18. 19, just one fell out right here, guys, just so y'all know. So 19, 20. Some of these guys are a little small, but that's alright. The whole point is the quantity. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Oh, we still got plenty more in here.
Oh, yeah?
So there's 30.
Wow.
So my guess is what happens is they go by weight, is my guess.
Yeah.
And they
Plus
do
the soil. They do the
approximately,
soil and then do.
Yeah, they do an approximate weight on the actual worms themselves. So if you got smaller ones in there, you're going to wind up with more. So what?
31.
32. Oh, I'm sorry, little guy. 33. Oh, we got a little baby. No, what are you? You baby? What are you? Maybe just a piece or something? It's moving.
Oh, it sure is. Is that a baby?
It might be.
Aw. They breed in there?
Oh, yeah. What? They breed very quickly. If they're happy. This was moving. I don't know if y'all see it. It's moving.
I saw him moving. I think you can see it in the video. Yeah, he just
Oh,
moved.
yeah, you see it. Maybe it's big. Maybe it's small. We'll put it in there just to see. It may have been a part. Because the thing is, guys, as contrary to belief, you cannot rip a worm in half and expect it to be 2 live worms. It don't work that way. A lot of people believe that. That is false.
I don't know enough about worms.
Well,
Don't they
I'm just trying
regenerate?
to- Nope.
They don't regenerate?
Lay eggs. They lay
Okay, no wait.
eggs.
If you were to rip one in half, cut one in half,
No.
they do not regenerate.
No, they die.
They die.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I did not know that.
The last I heard, anyway. I mean, unless that's changed. If I'm wrong, guys, correct me. But last I heard, they don't become 2 worms. They're damaged. I don't. I'm almost
they
positive. I'm
regenerated.
almost certain they die.
Uh-uh.
Like the bottom half, they have one end and one head, and you cut it in half, it doesn't function anymore. There is no 2 heads. It doesn't work like that. Oh, there was another one in there.
Aw.
Sorry, he was
30.
hanging out at the very bottom, so like 34, right? Something like that.
35 plus the deceased one. Rest
So
in
we
peace,
have-
little
we
wormy.
got this
Sorry,
guy
bud.
here. Sorry, guy. All right. So this is gonna be a fairly tight container. It's okay, guys. I really do have that one. I'm wanting to see how this one does for just a couple of days because I want to see them just destroy that. Like I really want to see it. Because like I have this bin over here, guys, and these European night crawlers are driving me nuts because I did research on them and they're just the quickest little things. I tell you what, you go and you find them and then boom, they're gone, and you're like, so I wanted it on a smaller scale because I want to see like all their stuff in action. So that's like this is kind of my own like project. So, but
At
I
a
am
commission
going-
project.
huh?
At a commission project.
Kinda, yeah. Like this is one of those things I can still do and still feel like I'm having fun. But they are going to move into their own bin soon, I promise you guys. They're going to stay inside. I got her to agree to keep them inside because I need them to stay cool so that they stay
I want them
alive.
to live. All right, let's
All right,
count.
so now we're on the next one. I'm just doing some of the top peat moss. And by the way, this is just peat moss, I believe they said that's in here. Now, I know a lot of it sees really dark and because a lot of it's actually already that gold, black gold, which is basically just their poop. Let me just be honest. It's their poop. It's awesome. If I ever
You're
liked
so cute.
anybody's poop, it would be worm poop.
I'm sorry, what?
I mean, I love your poop too, honey. That's what you wanted to hear.
Crohn's disease jokes on deck, guys.
Yeah, anybody who knows, sorry. Everybody's just like, what? My girlfriend has Crohn's disease, so if you don't know what it is, look it up. I'm not getting into all that.
If
right
you
now.
don't know what it is, just be aware that you get very friendly with your partner's
Oh, yeah.
poop. So
Absolutely.
Just be
Especially when
blunt.
she gets a bowel resection. Surgery. That's a whole nother story.
And had
too.
an ostomy
Like,
bag
an
for 6
ostomy
months.
bag, and you don't know what an ostomy bag. 90% of you probably are like, what's an ostomy bag? Look it up.
I'm gonna Google
It's
it now.
crazy, and we had some crazy times. What, a year ago?
Year and a half.
Year and a half ago.
I got my
And
reversal last
You know the
year.
game, if you're watching, and you know the game Operation, where the guy's sitting there with the big red nose and get into him, whatever? She has a scar. Not anymore, thank God, it got fixed. But anyway, at one point in life, I was playing Operation on her. We'll just put it like that. Maybe in another video I'll really go into detail about that one, but just be grateful that she is alive. She almost died, and I'm so happy she's here, guys. So, anyway, mushy sneak stuff. But
Getting
let's count our
emotional.
worms. Huh?
Getting emotional.
Yeah. Oh, man, we got that worm ball right there.
You're not counting.
I didn't get any.
Oh.
Come on. I haven't gotten any yet. Whoa, they're all right here.
We're gonna see.
See them all moving? All right.
Doesn't look like that. Oh, okay, never mind. Ah! Just
They're
kidding.
jumping out at
Okay,
you.
well.
All right. Woo! Anybody hold this many worms? Y'all know how funny it feels. Trying not to drop them. I'm glad
Not
all
get
the
it
other
all
ones
over
like
your-
settled down at the bottom, so I can be like, are those the ones I just counted? All right.
Not get it all over your splint either, please. For the record.
All right. 1, 2,
A 3,
a 3,
a 4,
a 4.
a 5. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
6,
Let's find out.
7, 8, 9, 10. Ah!
Yeah.
He's a big guy.
I wanna see.
He like was hung up
Oh,
in
he's
all
a
the
big
other
old
ones.
dude.
He was like knotted up and I couldn't pull him.
Dang, he's long.
What number was that?
Oh no, I don't know.
10?
10. I think we counted 10 already.
Some 11.
11, I think.
12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. He's a little guy. Them still count. Them's little.
Oh, he's cute.
22. 23. 24. 25. Did you know that worms have 5 hearts?
I did know that, actually.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
That's 25, right?
They have a lot of love to give.
So the thing is, what's really cool is I was watching some videos about this girl. She was like, I was really worried about my worm. He got out. He fell out of his bin or whatever.
Aw.
Like he got out. And you know, if you really get into this, you really do start caring about them. They're living, breathing animals. You take care of them. So like she saw one and she got really concerned. And so before you give up on your worms, guys, if they still have some sort of color to them, even if it's like a pale, almost like you just think they're not gonna make it, like you can just tell. Like I'm sorry to say it, but like you can just tell. Like he's flat, and he's just not there. This one's just gone. Okay.
What is a
But
random question?
Sure.
What do they in like natural life when one dies?
Mhm.
Do they eat the dead one?
it will decompose.
Or
and
it'll
so they
decompose
will.
and then they
After
technically
it
will?
would decompose, yeah. I don't think, I'm not sure if they would eat it straight up just like that. I don't think so. But it will decompose and eventually they would because it's but like worms don't like meat and dairy. Those are the things like, it's not that they don't like it, I guess. It's because I'm sure they'll eat it. They'll eat anything that's decaying. That's why in any kind of dying body, you'll find some sort of larva, you'll find worms, you'll find, fly larva, all kinds of stuff, gnats, but I don't even remember what I was going on with that. The lady lost her worm or whatever, and she was concerned about it, and when she found it, she spritzed it a little bit, got a little wet, she stuck it right in the middle, and he lived again.
Aw.
Like, he came right back to life. And I did that the other day. I accidentally knocked out one of our new baby ones, and I got a little freaked out when I saw him. I was like, oh no. Because, like, I think I flung him out on the newspaper. Like, I took the newspaper out on top, and I think he came out. But I found him on the ground, and I was like, dude, I know you're still there. Like, you're still pink.
Give him
And
a
I
little
sat him-
CPR.
Well, I put them right down on, like, real close to the food that I just put in. It was a mango. And I put them right by it. And I just watched for a second. And sure enough, he just took off.
Aw.
And I was like, whoo! So, yeah. It really tries you. All right, so we're
I
at
don't remember.
25.
I'm glad you remember.
Yeah. 25, 26. Oh, wow, God. 27. Dang, he doing
Where'd he
flips.
go? Did he
He's
flip
right here.
in there?
Yeah. Doing 27. That's
Dang,
him.
oh, whoa. Well,
He's doing it as him. 27. He didn't like me touching him. 27. Got any more in there? 28. 29.
Más?
Right at 29, it looks like. And we may have been at 30 if I lost count somewhere along the way.
Right, because we got sidetracked around 10.
Yeah, something like that. So we're probably right around there. Plus, I got some extra in the other one. So, these guys are, there's a lot. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie, guys. I know there's a lot in this little thing right here. And it's like, I wonder if you can see anything. I don't know. Oh, yeah, you can see some of them on the bottom. Can you see? I don't know if you can see.
Oh,
Shoot
no, because
fast.
there's a reflection.
Well,
Wait, let me see if the light. Oh, yeah.
see them?
Oh, that's cool.
So they're all crawling around. You get to like get an actual good visual of it. You know.
Huh. It's not very deep.
No.
It's like
you
one
want
of those
shallow.
little, like a little snack,
Oh yeah.
like Tupperware lunchbox thing.
Kind of.
And it's perfect size
Came with like two little
for our little,
snacks, but we're using them for
lures.
bait and tackle. She's
for
got
fishy
one-
snacks.
Yeah, she's got one full of tackle over there. She loves it.
You'll have to go see it. I just have to show a picture of my new little baits
Here,
that I
just
got.
Take a look at it on the video.
Everybody look. They're so cute.
I'm gonna give these guys a couple more cucumbers just to make them happy. Skins.
I'm loving this like orangey red dude right here. And the frogs. I like the frogs. And then I like that one with the pink on the bottom. Okay, I'm distracting from your video. I'm sorry.
It's all
I'm done.
good. She's excited. I'm excited. That's all.
Well, I'm excited to go fishing, but when you're healed and can actually go fishing, that would be nice.
Yeah. All right, guys. So this is fairly moist. I think those cucumbers are gonna bring some good moisture in there too. I did a dabble or so.
Hey, babe.
Huh?
Can we take that little worm outside and bury him and give him a little headstone?
A headstone
Yeah.
for a worm?
That's rude.
I mean, maybe he'll come back to life.
We could bury him in Pet Cemetery.
No.
Oh, and then he'd come back with teeth, and he would be like,
See, I'm not even thinking. Look. I forgot. So, by the way, guys.
I want to play with you, for all of you that have seen Pet Cemetery, sorry.
Anyway.
You told me to talk, so then now I can't stop.
Anybody, not everybody's gonna know what this is. So a lot of people be like, is that tea? Kinda, close. This is yerba mate. So I drink yerba mate daily. Like, I depend on it. It's got the greatest, like, vibes in the world when it comes to, like, getting focused and getting your caffeine and everything. If you haven't tried yerba mate, go try it. Make it right, though, because if you try it and you make it wrong, you're gonna hate it. That's all I gotta say. You make it the wrong way, you will not ever want to try it
I like
again.
it.
I made it the right way. You gotta look into it. Or go get Guayacay. Guayacay. Or
Kroger.
At Kroger.
Yellow can with the energy drinks or the Powerade, somewhere around
Yeah,
there.
it's right there. Yeah.
Or Sprouts.
Or any kind of most grocery stores I have it. Walmart does not. But like some people don't know what a Kroger is. But go to like your Shields or whatever the heck y'all got wherever you are. And it's called Guayacay. It's yerba mate. It's good. It's got good caffeine content. It's not an energy drink. It's not a soda. You don't got to worry about kidney stones or some shit like that down the road. It's good for you stuff, and it makes you focus really well. And if you got ADD like me, you don't focus well. So, anyway, I make it fresh, and guess what I found out? Worms love it, apparently, and I had no idea. I just put it in there because I was like, it's something to get rid of. And I looked it up, and they were like, make sure you put it in there because they love it. So, score. Anyway, I'm putting some of that in there. I don't have to water anymore because this stuff's pretty moist. I'm not putting a whole lot because this is a pretty packed little container. Some people will probably think I'm overdoing it, maybe. But I'm keeping an eye on these guys. I'm going to do just a little bit. I'm not going to do a ton. Alright. right here, and layer on top. And then one other thing that I totally forgot that I mentioned earlier. Worm chow.
It's like protein powder for wormies.
Kind of.
But too much protein powder will kill a human too, so.
Exactly.
Just
Which,
don't
by
do
the
too
way,
much.
I work out. Well, I haven't worked out in a while. But, long story short, I did a whole year where I lost 100 pounds, and I was convinced protein was the way to go. I'm going to tell y'all now, if y'all got Netflix, go check out that Zac Efron show where, what is it called?
Hold while I look up the name of the
It's
show.
it's a really good show that he's done. It's a documentary, and he's basically going around the world, and he was told he went to the place in the world where longevity in life, like where they live the longest, one of those blue zones, that protein does not help you live long.
Down to earth.
Down to earth. That's a great show.
It is a really good show. I like that show.
Yeah,
And I like Zac Efron a lot more watching that.
Totally have more respect for him now. Anybody
Absolutely.
who just sat there and watched him in High School Musical, that is not the same guy. He's grown up now. He's a cool dude. Anyway, so too much protein is a bad thing. In my definition, in my book, too much of anything is a bad thing. Otherwise, it wouldn't be too much. I'm not giving them all this. That's too much.
I'm looking at the cup, like, where did you get that?
Out of the drawer.
That's awesome.
I just picked it out of the drawer earlier. But anyway,
One of those
guys,
junk drawers that all us Southerners
you know
have.
those junk drawers? Everybody's got one. Where'd you get that from?
I think it's a
junk drawer.
Southern thing.
Where do you want me to put that? The junk drawer. I got 5 of them out here. But anyway, just tap it, tap it, tap it. Just a little dabble. And I put a lot more in my not a lot more, but I definitely put more in my bigger one, of course. So just a little sprinkle over the top. This will give those guys more of that grit that I was telling you that they need for their gizzard. It's called Worm Feed. It has protein, crude fat, crude fiber, phosphorus, vitamin D, vitamin A, vitamin E, calcium. It's just like an overall multi-goodness for your worms. You could literally just feed them this if you wanted to. Like, for people who literally don't get rid of their wastes, and one of the people that I watch on YouTube, he has his bait bins, and he doesn't really feed them a whole lot of the fruits and stuff. He just feeds them that because he wants to get them nice and fat for fishing. So that's one of the main ways you get them nice and fat for fishing, and it gets them good for breeding, apparently. So that's one of the main things that guy fed his. He would feed them other things too, but his main feeding was just of that protein. And they survive just fine. I mean, truly, you guys, you can leave your worms alone, and they'll eat their own shit. They just sit there and they'll just keep eating it over and over and over again. Keep it moist, they're okay. But that's not happy worms, and they don't make happy compost then. The night. Oh.
Video says it's too big. We're at 33 minutes. I don't know if I should stop it because it says it will be continued in another clip, or just keep going.
I mean, just keep going and I'll edit it together. Anyway,
Okay.
guys, this is done. Since apparently my phone's telling me I got too much going on. This is finally done.
You wormies.
You can look them all around. I got all kinds of layers in there for you.
Oh, wait, hold it. Oh, I see them. Hi.
All right.
Hi, worms. Hi. Oh, there's a lot of them.
Anyway, there's a lot of them in there. This, like I said, they'll get changed over to that one fairly soon. I just want to see how this goes and just make sure they do awesome. They gotta get comfortable, basically. It's, But
They gotta settle in.
yeah, there you go. That's the right way to put it. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I appreciate everybody hanging out. Like, subscribe, comment. Tell me if you like this one. What I think I'm going to start doing, guys, honestly, since I'm not able to actually go out fishing, I might still go out to the ponds and let her, of course, she wants to go fishing and stuff. But what I might start doing, guys, I'm going to go over all my favorite lures. And I might start teaching y'all how to tie some knots, because knots are not always easy. So I'm going to try to do it and break it down into good steps so that y'all easily understand it. And I might break down my seasonal lures and why I like certain things and how I like them, why I like them and what they do and the actions that they are. So I'm really thinking about it, guys. I definitely want to bring more video to you. Comment if you have any ideas for me, truly. If it's
Any ideas for videos? Let's go. Come on.
bring it
Anything
on.
that she can do without using that
I
wrist,
tell you what,
one-handed.
if you have the best comment and we think it's the best one and it's not me actually fishing, like something related to fishing but not me actually fishing, I will shout you out in the next video. I will give you a shout out comment. I might start doing that because apparently that's one of those things to do. Video recording you. She's helping me out with this, guys. I'm cutting this into the video just to show you guys that we are moving these guys while she does that. They've been in this little home for a little while now, guys. We're gonna move them into their actual big home now. Time for them to move. So she's giving them some air holes. I'll speed this up for you guys here. No, you don't have to drill. No, you can probably do it on two sides of the tank. That's what open enough that they'll get ventilation. How's that single man? Can we just...
So you want to drill?
Is that whistle sound? As long as you provide them the right environment, they will not try to escape. Huh?
Or no?
What?
Should I go through the other side to make them flat or no?
No, we can keep it. You can like just brush off what you can. All right, I'm gonna stop this video, but she'll continue in a second with what I'm. So what I'm doing here, guys, is I've cut this into the video that I've already made. This is kind of cool that I'm like fast forwarding on. I'm gonna put it in the same video. I'm just putting the worms, the little red wigglers that we rescued from Walmart. I'm just putting them into the bigger bin. And this bin here should hopefully be okay for like the lifetime. I'm gonna be able to take eggs out and see the actual life form. A lot of people call this a bait box, and it's usually because a lot of anglers that breed worms use these sizes. I like this size too, I've learned, I think, because your worms are only gonna be using about 6 inches of soil anyway, so if you do anything more than that, then you're kind of wasting your time. You can turn it, and then they can, and eventually they'll get the whole thing, but like, they do best with about 6 inches of soil, with about 6 inches of like food. That's about how deep they'll go, it's about what they'll travel with. We're gonna have to probably pause it and out here because the puppy wants to bite his new pillow. But anyway, alright, so what I'm doing is, he's like, what? What I'm doing here is I'm just giving them a new base layer. So you want a good carbon layer on there. So like shredded up paper. I got a new shredder that I've taken advantage of. So we're gonna throw this in there for a good base layer. And you want to make sure you put a good amount in there because they love the carbon and it's good for the moisture. It absorbs well.
It helps the what, acidity too? Carbon?
Yeah, carbon materials like the papers, eggshells, things like that. A lot of things that are in chicken feed actually contain a lot of the nutrients that your worms are going to love, believe it or not. It's a good multivitamin, but you don't want to overfeed them because I learned that today, unfortunately. One of my worms that I found, and the reason why I chose today as to move them today is because this is a little bit out of balance now, I've learned by doing some research. One of my worms came out and he had a protein, too much protein. So he looked like a little beaded necklace on the end. And when they start looking like that, that means they have too much protein, too much of that grit. And he had other enough too, and luckily I only found one, but it can, with that same habitat, your worms may end up having the same problem. So they say to go ahead and try to restart, put them in a new one, and balance out what they want. So I did put carbon in there, but like what the overfeeding was that protein mix of that worm chow that I had. I think I put too much of that in there. So, all right. So what I'm doing now is I've added the carbon material. All right. So now I'm going to add potting mix. A lot of people start out with peat moss or coconut husks or something like that. A lot of that doesn't have a whole lot of nutritional value. It's a matter of opinion, guys. Sorry, I moved my hand a lot. She's over here doing, don't do that. Anyway, peat moss is affordable. And it's a great start for worms if you really want to. It's affordable, choice. Peat moss is just something I have potting mix. That's what I have, so that's what I'm going to use. And this has planting nutritional value already, so that's going to be good for the worms too. Is he biting his pillow? Mm-hmm. All right, so she's going to pause for a second. I'm just pouring this in. That's all you see me do. Hey! Did you pause?
You stop.
Oh. And you want to deal with, like I said, just kind of dealing with a few inches. And I'll be able to add a few inches if I don't do a whole 6 inches now. We going? Okay, sorry. I had to put my arm in the sling, guys, and also having a conversation with a friend of mine, so I keep having to pause. And it's hard for her to see. I can bring it up.
Oh, okay.
But, so what I'm doing is I'm basically just mixing everything together. You want a good moisture level, but like at the same time, guys, be careful. You don't want to overwater because you don't want to overkill your worms with with too much water, because they breathe with their skin. So like anytime they're moving and making things, they're breathing too. So like, just be careful about your moisture levels. Make sure you're getting the good oxygen in there, and make sure you got the right food materials too. But
It smells like earth.
it's what you want. That right there, you want literally little to no smell, and if you have any kind of smell, you want it to smell like earth. The reason why it smells like earth now is because you got paper and dirt. Alright, next, my good old friends at Panera. Shout out to my local guys there. They've been really sweet and they've been very kind to us. And I told them I'm doing composting. I asked them to put some coffee behind and set aside for me, and so they decided to do that for me. Very kind people there, and I appreciate them doing that. And I know I've told you guys, if any of y'all saw my Instagram feed, I know y'all know I go there to get that coffee subscription. If you love coffee, it's definitely worth it. It's cheaper too. So they love coffee grounds. These have been cooled down for sure. You can put the filter in there too. They didn't give me the filter here. They did in that other bag I have. It's down on the ground. But, you know. Good mixture of foods and vitamins. They love coffee.
Ziggy love coffee.
What is going on?
Oh, did you smell, puppy?
I was like, what is that?
He loves coffee. Anytime you sit
We
down.
don't feed him a lot.
We don't give him coffee.
We
He
don't
drinks
give
it
him
if you
coffee.
leave it
Let's
somewhere.
just clarify. He just, when you put it down, and he's like sneaky about every little thing. Good boy. Hey, get out of there. See?
He was
Sneaky.
sniffing. What are you
Stop
doing?
talking.
Hi. What are you doing? You want to be on YouTube?
Alright, so he's already been on YouTube, I think. I think you guys know this dude. He's the puppy
Sig.
nephew.
What are you doing, nephew pup?
Like the best puppy nephew ever. Alright, so another thing that these worms like, which is what I drink more of too, is yerba mate. Now, when it comes to the science of a worm, they don't have like favorite foods. They don't have the ability to have that mind. I learned that by doing research I've been doing. People are like, oh yeah, they do. No, they don't. I'm gonna shut that book right there, guys. They do not have like a choice of favoritism. If you provide a food that is more processed and is more, what's the word I'm looking for? More processed and more decayed? No, that's not the right word because this isn't a body. Basically when the food's carrying on a little bit more and it's like rotten.
Decomposed?
Decomposed. It's a composting. I'm kind of a retarded sometimes. Anyway, when you have them, if you give them a food that's processed and it's more composed, like processed in the sense of like a banana that's blended. Like if you feed your worms a smoothie, they'll be pretty happy, but you need to be careful about the moisture level when you do that. But just for instance, they can process it easier. And if they can process it easier, they're happier. Doesn't matter really what the food is. But it's a matter of opinion. Say love. Anyway, I'm adding some yerba in here too. Buddy boy, can you please stop while we're on video, man? Getting on
I don't think he's biting.
People are probably like, oh, what are you doing? Grabbing it straight out of the package with my hand.
Yummy.
Hey, you know what? This right here also is going to keep me from having to add water right now. I don't have to add anything water-wise to this. This is damp and wet enough for them, and it's like perfect. That's what you want. You want it to be able to, almost like a wrung-out sponge. It's like the best example that I keep finding. So that's what we're gonna do. You got enough carbon, enough dirt, caffeine, and by the way, caffeine apparently does get them stirred up, so they want to mate more. Which that's kind of the whole point. It's a bait bin for breeding. Alright, this one arm thing is killing me, guys. I'm not going to put anything else in there right now. I have some frozen fruits and some, vegetable rinds and fruit rinds, I mean. But I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to keep this video short. I say that every time. You're welcome. They're never short, I know. And this is actually going into a video, so. But here we go. You guys are going in. Happy pappy little guys. Definitely more than what we had. We have baby worms all throughout that. I'm going to...
I want to see a baby one.
I want to see a baby one. Let's see. They're running from me. And see this, guys? That's banana that I gave them. So they're going to be happy for now. Now you can see in some of them they got some grit. So we got to be watching some of them, but there's definitely more than the 30 that we had. Let me see if I can find some.
No, 60. 64.
Sorry, that's what I meant, 64.
And 63 if one died.
I mean, more than one died, unfortunately. I did find a few. That's just the reason I know of that one. But I can tell by the smell of this is that it's what they start saying, that bin was going sour. And it could have been too small for them as it was. But this right here was part of the problem. I think I had too much moisture going on in that one. And so
in a
smaller
probably.
space. I don't think I was aerating it enough, guys. So they really, you just gotta know what you're doing. Read up on it. You know. But I am gonna put this in there because this does have some of that, you know, microorganism stuff, gets them going. And then, just to be on the safe side, guys, I'm gonna throw some more of this carbon right on top. Just to be able to absorb that moisture. I don't want to overkill, but I don't want to underkill either. It's a fine balance that you want to find. And I promise once you find it, it's real easy. Because I've had more luck with my bigger bin than I have on the smaller scale. So like most people would think like that's not normal. But I don't know. For some reason, when I go big, I tend to do better. I don't know. Having it on the smaller scale has been more difficult for me, and I think it's because I don't think about, I didn't think about having to go through and get the oxygen and stuff. But I'm going to look through these because I did find eggs, so I know that they were doing okay. I just think that they were ready to move on to a bigger bin. I think that's like the best thing to do for them in my mind frame. And so they're going to be happy here. This is where they're going to live out their life and reproduce and be happy. So I don't know what I'm going to do, if I'm going to close it out with this video. I guess maybe I should cut it with that one. So I'm going to cut this at the end, guys. Like, subscribe, comment. I know I'm in a totally different outfit than I was in the beginning of this video. And you guys just watch, like, I don't know, a couple of weeks? I don't know how long I've had these guys now. Not even that long. I felt like it was too soon. Like, I just felt like this was just wrong. This is like a breeding bin of putting and starting eggs in, maybe. Maybe like even a couple eggs. This is kind of tiny. I'm not really sure what to do. This might be like a bin you take, not even fishing, I don't know. That was just what I wanted to see. They were good for a couple days, but like, I think they're gonna be much better in this bin. Anyway, guys, like, subscribe, comment, turn on all your notifications so you know when the videos are dropping. I know I'm slacking right now, but I'm doing my best. I'm still editing fishing videos. I think I said that some point in this video at one point or another, at the other one that y'all aren't watching, or y'all, anyway, I don't know, losing my train of thought. Like, subscribe, comment, yada, yada, yada. You guys know how it goes. And as you guys know, I am doing my best to get better for you, to bring you more footage. I've had some ideas. Some people are telling me other ideas. They want to see this one fishing that's taking the video. I'm going to be doing the teaching, I guess, and the narrating and telling everybody what's going on. Guys, that fall transition is in the air. Get out there. Catch those monsters for me. Tell me all about it. I want to hear about it, please. I know that people are like, wouldn't you be bummed? I mean, kind of, but like at the same time, guys, I want everybody to catch those monsters. So like, more power to you. If you can, if you got the wrist to do it, go use it. Come on, do that much for me. Go use your wrist, because I can't. Anyway, we're on, carrying on again. I know, we do this all the time. We're going to have to stop meeting like this. Anyway, like, subscribe, comment, turn on your notification, guys. As you guys know how it always goes, even if we're hurt, no complaints.